In a conversation with somebody recently, and they were talking about how men don't wash their legs.
What?
Yo, that's wild, right?
KODB Productions.
My name is Kenneth Davis.
I'm Jaquise Crockett.
And this is Highly Black and Flavored. We're here today, just me and Jaquise. Chris is on a business trip right now.
Yep.
And Jabri is on a hiatus. They're going to be back here with us shortly. But until then, we got to hold down the fort. Just to give y'all a little update, right now we're working on rebuilding the podcast into more of a hub, a podcasting network, more entertainment hub. So in order to do that, we have to fall back and actually plan all of this out ahead of time and make sure we're taking the necessary steps to make this the best product that we can possibly make it.
Exactly.
We're just working on a lot of the back ends of this, working on our PR, the administration, a lot of, the busy footwork that will probably bore y'all. But to better push forward, we're gonna have the best possible product for you. Better audio, better visual presentation, and better accessibility as far as watching a podcast and listening to the podcast. So y'all continue to watch Highly Black and Flavored on YouTube, as well as listening to it on Anchor, Spotify, and Google Podcasts. We'll check y'all later.
KODB Productions.
So, recently, President Donald Trump has been impeached by the House. Mr. Jaquise Crockett, how have you reacted to both that and the Capitol siege?
First off, let me just say, this is some historic stuff we're living through.
They're traitors. They're traitors.
No, honestly.
Since like 1770 something. No, since like 1812. That's the last time some bullshit like this. And people are just brushing it off. No.
Right.
No.
This is something that cannot be overlooked by any means. We have domestic terrorists all the time, but they're overlooked because what? They're white. No, you really have to look at it from the whole standpoint of the definition of a terrorist. They're here to do harm to our nation in any type of way, into the infrastructure, into our economy, anything. So literally that siege on the Capitol, that was crazy. That's something I would even think was gonna happen, especially 2020, 2021.
You know why? Because you're black. That's exactly why. Because if all four of us went up there, I guarantee you,
they would shot us. They would kill us.
Yeah.
Instantly.
Chris would have been the first one hightailing the fuck out of there. Jabri would have said, "Nah, I'm good on that." And you would have been like, "I don't know about this," and I would have been sitting there like, "Okay, so maybe we will go home."
It just blows my mind that people with that type of mindset decide to show their face in front of the whole world and act like it's nothing wrong. People talk about this country being great. People talk about they want to come here and this and that. These recent events make me wonder, I don't know.
And this is planned out too.
Right,
they found the app, it's called the Parler app, I believe. They found the app, and inside the metadata and all the conversations and stuff,
right,
people were taking pictures of their photo IDs and putting it in there. So then I think somebody turned a lot of that information over. They found the information in there. So now Parler is being shut down because it's a platform for freedom of speech.
Right.
But when it's used to plan something of this nature, kind of got to get y'all the fuck out of here.
Right. Literally, people storming the Capitol, attacking people, faking like they've been hurt. I think there was one video of a lady that was like, "Oh, they maced her or whatever, blah blah blah."
Did you see the Animaniacs remix they did?
Totally insane.
They pushed me out and maced me.
They said enemy. Someone really sprayed me.
You have to
Someone
find
really
it.
makes me.
We have to find that. We're gonna put that in. We have to find that.
Yo.
If we find that, we'll put that clip in
We're
right
gonna
after
we
that.
are gonna splice that in.
It's too funny. But,
Oh man,
but really, the lady had a whole
she deserved it.
onion in her towel, and she was just wiping it in her eyes, and they caught her, and it was like, oh, you maced me, but it's like,
Regardless, whatever pain she felt, she deserved it. Yes, I said it. She deserved it.
like,
Every single ounce of it, she deserved it.
it's no excuse for this country to be doing something like this just because of the presidency election, and it makes me fearful for my parents and them back home. Granted, they're probably about 30 minutes from Baltimore in each
DMV.
when but
DMV area?
yeah,
Okay.
but literally that type of influence can spread, and it's crazy, boom, it happens out there at the Capitol, all right, cool, then all that type of destruction is like a wave, the Capitol is the epicenter, it's like a nuke going off, and that's just going to spread out more and more and more, and just those people, those messed up morals and mindsets start crawling out of the woodworks and taking justice, or however they want to look at it, into their own hands, whatever they deem necessary. I worry about that. I truly worry about it.
What do you think about just the level of hysteria that these individuals are influenced by? Like how did we get here? How did we get here, and how did all of from the QAnon stuff to the fake election? Do you really think there are people that dedicated? Because at this point, I think this is bigger than Trump. I think this is bigger than Trump, his administration. I think all of this is bigger than that. Because now the Trump, to me, the Trump 2020 flag and the Confederate flag are interchangeable.
Yeah, I've seen some stuff.
They're both people they're both come from groups that lost, and they refused to fucking acknowledge it. You lost. Tell me when you don't go to work, when you're going anywhere. In Texas, you don't see that flag flying high and proud. Like the man won. No, you lost. It was never about him not losing or anything. No, he lost. He didn't like what he saw, and then he started pushing the narrative, and now the people didn't push back, and now everybody that was behind him,
yeah,
they pushed him to the wayside. Rudy Giuliani is talking about going separate ways. They're talking about disbarment, and he's not getting his money for his services and all that.
No.
So what do you think pushed so many people in this direction?
I can't speak for everybody. I don't know what goes through these people's heads. I mean, it could be some type of old traditions, brought down onto them, and Trump.
Like racism?
Hey, it is what it is. It is what it is.
Like bigotry?
But it's ingrained into them. And then they saw Trump. I saw a post. Really, it was saying,
Not all Trump supporters are racist. I'm just saying that.
Clearly, but still, literally, it was saying Trump didn't create racism. Of course not. But Trump made it comfortable for the racists to show their face.
Yes.
And when I saw that, and I was just like,
I'm familiar with the works of racism. As a proud black man in this country, I cannot stand for that whatsoever. But all that to say, win, lose, or draw, man, we're still here.
Yeah.
We're still here, whether people decide to lay siege to our nation's capital or attack the state house in Austin. They thought that shit was gonna work. Regardless, man, we're still here, and America is our home. America is my home, and I wouldn't appreciate somebody to bust down on my front door or anything like that. What happened was unacceptable, and while we are commenting on it a little later, I just had to put this out there in the world, because it's like, if you ever put your life on the line to defend this country, if you swore to defend this country, you would like to live by that. And as far as what goes on in this country, you would want America to be in the best shape possible. And I'm not gonna sit here and beat around the bush. I swore to defend the Constitution.
Yeah, both did.
And my allegiance is to this country, not necessarily to the people running it. That's, I got my own reservations about those people. But those reservations are neither here nor there. What I don't like is when some of those people push others and lead them astray and push them in a dangerous direction and feed them lies and all types of nonsense, and then they end up doing something real foolish, and those same people want to call themselves heroes. That is not okay, people.
It's not.
That is not okay, because had said group been majority another color, we'd be having a whole different conversation.
It'd be like 4th of July out there.
A whole different conversation. And we wouldn't want for that conversation, because we've had that conversation already. I wasn't really actively a part of that conversation because you remember last summer, like everything was haywire.
Oh, yeah.
It was haywire. So I don't think it's necessarily good to compare the two different protests, because it's, of course, there were a lot of peaceful protests, and it's for the Black Lives Matter protest. There are overwhelming amount of positive, peaceful protests.
Yeah.
Plenty of them, more than there were ones that went wrong. Compared to one that just was never. It just didn't go well at all. The intention was for them to take the Capitol.
Yeah.
High treason.
Exactly.
High treason. In any other period in history, and in some places in the world now, you try to stage a coup, what's gonna happen?
You about to get your chop block on, man.
You gonna hang high and swing low.
That's it.
That's it. That's it.
Ain't
nothing else. Nothing else. You're going to go. They instantly shot dead. I would expect this country to be better than that. I would expect the people in this country to be better than what's happening. And all that to say, bottom line up front, anyone that stormed that Capitol, you're not a hero. You are not a hero. You're not a patriot.
KODB Production.
Well, Mr. Jaquise Crockett, I had the displeasure of watching Wonder Woman 1984. And it is with great displeasure that I tell you that this movie is absolutely garbage.
Damn, that?
It is awful.
Oh,
it is. It's not that bad. It's a pretty. I would say it's a mediocre movie, but it's kind of jarring just how badly they dropped the fucking ball on this one. I mean, I think the story is the worst part. The story and the script are what are bad, and the villains is just like, maybe if it was just Cheetah. They got two villains. They got Cheetah, and then they got
that guy.
Max Lord.
Yeah,
he's a character from the comics that's he's so obscure I had to look him up.
Right.
I mean, most of Wonder Woman's villains no one really cares about anyway. And just as a disclaimer, I'm not saying this movie sucks because Wonder Woman is a woman. That's not what I want to put out there.
I mean, mainly you could.
She is Gal Gadot. Wonder Woman is a badass. In the comics, she's out dope. Probably which one of the most powerful people in the Justice League. Whoops ass, takes names.
Yeah.
Gal Gadot is awesome. Beautiful woman.
Great actor.
Great actress. I mean, she's good in the role, but I'm saying the structure of the movie it's boring.
You gotta think about it. It's another DC movie,
but they've been changing the direction lately.
They've been trying.
They've been trying. So like Shazam, I like Shazam. Shazam was a different take. It didn't take itself as seriously. There's a really funny part at the end where Superman comes to lunch.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's actually it's funny because Henry Cavill was like in a weird spot. Like he was kind of thinking about leaving the Superman role, but they hadn't kind of got him back.
Right.
So I think they just got somebody and they cut his head out when he was sitting next to Shazam. But anyway, back to, and I like Joker. Aquaman and Birds of Prey are both guilty pleasures. They're fun movies.
Yeah.
They're not the best thing. They're not the best superhero movie. They don't have the best story, but they're fun to look at, and it's a good time. It's something you could sit and watch with, maybe not your kids. You could sit with like your girl, your homies, and y'all could sit back and it's like a nice little popcorn movie.
Right.
And then it's not a whole lot of substance going on. It's brain junk food. You take it in and then leave. But Wonder Woman, 1984. Boy, was I disappointed. I fell asleep twice. And this is coming from somebody who can sit through all 11 Star Wars movies in one sitting if I really wanted to.
Oh, that's
This
intense.
is somebody who can sit through every Lord of the Rings movie and have no problem. This is somebody who can sit through The Godfather, at least the first 2 movies, and not even flicker an eyeball.
I'll tell you what.
Not once. Just sit through all. I can watch the entire, maybe not the entire Matrix trilogy. I'm capping on that one. Maybe I can watch the first one and then get the fuck on. But
I mean, first one's all you need, I guess.
it's really is all you need. But the movie had a promising opening scene. The last 30 minutes was dope, and they have a car chase scene that's pretty cool. But outside of that, it's just like,
Oh, you're talking about when they were in like the Middle East?
yeah.
Okay, I was thinking car chase scene. The first thing in my mind was like Fast and Furious.
Yeah,
Wait,
but-
I've only seen like 3. But
Oh, man.
no, really. I like Wonder Woman 84. I mean, I didn't see that first Wonder Woman that came out. I think I was like
You probably should watch
super-
that one, because if you watch
super busy. I mean, I understand what was going on there the whole time, so I was
watch that one instead. That's a better movie.
It's
It's a better Wonder Woman movie. This had very little to do with really anything. The 80s aesthetic didn't add anything to it. It just was it felt very gimmicky.
Okay.
Very, very gimmicky. So going into this movie, like, I heard what everyone said, but I'm like, let me watch this movie. Let me do myself the due diligence as someone who enjoys film, to go watch this and be objective about it. So my expectations real low, already real low. I try to go into movies with already low expectations. So I go into this movie, and after the first 20 minutes, I'm like, okay, let's see where this goes.
I was gonna say
The next 20 minutes, where is this going? Let's find out. The next 20 minutes. This movie's like 2 hours and 30 minutes.
Yeah, it had some length to it. It wasn't too bad.
Why is this movie 2 hours and 30 minutes?
Hey, they had to get all their confessions out, man.
Confessions about what?
Hey,
About
the truth.
what? This woman is thousands of years old, and you telling me she met one dude during World War I, and couldn't for 70 years. I want to know what type of pipe he was laying down for 70 years.
Steve Rogers, baby.
And the first thing that they do, once his ass magically pops back up, and by the way, there's not a good explanation of how that's happening. It's just magic.
Oh, you're talking about how he came back?
It's just wishes.
She made that, yeah.
It's just wishes.
That stone, that stone she picked
That's
up.
incredibly stupid. But we're going to talk about that because it gets dumber.
Yeah. I mean, trust me, I didn't even hold you. I didn't understand how he came back until near the end.
Until near the end, I was like,
I'm
okay,
like, wait,
she made the wish.
When did she make the wish? And I'm like, oh, she picked it up, and when she was reading it, she must have made the wish in that instance. I was like, okay, that makes sense.
That would make more sense. I had to, but see, I didn't see that part. I just connected it later. Okay, maybe she made a wish, because when they started talking about renouncing wishes, it got closer to that point where she was like, okay, let's. What do I need to do? I need to renounce my wish.
Yeah, it's
And
like, oh.
the way they set up Cheetah, awful.
What was that plot behind her becoming Cheetah?
That awful.
That nerdy office worker.
Bro, how many times have we seen that story?
I ain't gonna lie.
That's Jamie Foxx's Electro. Which
it really
hell for that hell.
Yeah.
By the way. But Kristen Wiig, I like Kristen Wiig.
Oh yeah.
I like Kristen
She
Wiig.
did the hell out of that.
Now, if they would have did better with that transformation, I would have forgiven it. But I actually like her without the full on CG.
Hey,
The full on CG looked crazy. It looked wild.
What had me dying though was that guy that ignored that Asian dude. How he had his collar flipped up when he walked by. That killed me. That killed me so.
Just kept going. So that she wasn't bad in the movie. I think the performances weren't bad. Pedro Pascal, Mr. Mandalorian, keep the fucking helmet on. Keep the helmet on. Keep the helmet on. And he's been having there were a lot of issues on the Mandalorian set about him being mad that he wasn't taking his helmet off and all of that stuff. But you can keep that helmet on.
Right.
Because whatever he's doing here, this Max Lord unhinged guy, it's not working. It is not working. And he's a good actor too. What the hell? Who thought this was? How did this story even get made? This was boring. This was the most boring. And I sat and watched Batman stuff well before this, and I was like, okay, let me watch this Wonder Woman because I know Wonder Woman slaps.
But for real, I definitely love the Linda Carter reference at the end.
I love that. That was great.
I think my mom was in tears about that.
That was a kiss. That was a kiss on the cheek, and that was so respectful. I'm glad they grabbed. They kind of went back and they were like,
to the original.
Let's give you something. Let's give you something. Put you here. I thought that was dope.
I love that part, definitely.
But out of 10 flavors, I give Wonder Woman 84 5 stars out of 10.
Hey, you better than me. Mine is a 6. Mine is 6.
That's still on the mediocre scale.
Yeah, I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed the movie. Like I'm saying, when I finally got through it and realized, I'm like, okay, this didn't really add up. Really, it's like the way they tried to write this character, especially for this movie, into the cinematic universe. They didn't really do it too much justice.
They didn't. It wasn't. I don't think it was a good sequel. But y'all go check the movie out. Y'all tell us what y'all think. This is highly black and flavored. Let's go. Today we discuss proper male hygiene. Proper hygiene in general.
What are we about to have a Manscaped commercial ad popping this?
Nah. But if they want to run us those dollars someday, I would gladly appreciate it. So something that I heard, I was having a conversation with somebody recently, and they were talking about how men don't wash their legs.
What?
Yo, that's wild, right? Men don't wash their legs. They don't get between their gooch good enough. First of all, I was talking with women. I'm just sitting there like, y'all, who do you think you are to tell me how to wash my gooch?
Hey, do you wash it on your knee?
Yes.
Someone asked me that.
Just wash the whole leg. Does anybody just wash a piece of their leg? No. Don't just wash your asshole. Wash your whole ass. That is the Oh my
I can't
God.
get over that.
Oh my God. So a full body wash and get everything. Get all the crevices. If you gotta bend down, get your toes, get all of that stuff. Scrub your feet. If you want to do your feet separately, you can do that too. Clip your fingernails, brush your hair. I prefer to I got my do and all this. I just recently did all this stuff up. But I prefer to, in this order, I prefer to cut my hair, clip my face, then take a shower. Get everything off. And then you'll be real clean. You get out. If you want to do any type of face mask or any type of stuff like that, you can put that stuff on. But I wash my face in the shower. I brush my hair in the shower. Put in my conditioner. First you gotta wash your hair first. Then you put your conditioner in.
That's after a haircut.
After a haircut. don't do that every single day because it'll mess with the moisture in your hair.
Yeah, if you're gonna moisturize and all that other stuff to your hair, at least with a shower aspect, probably do that 2-3 times a week, depending on your hair length. You know.
Yeah. You can brush your hair in the shower anytime.
Yeah, that ain't nothing. I mean,
but
if you put in the oils, whatever you use for your hair to keep it down, you'll be straight.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Just make sure you regulate all that, because if you don't, you have gulped up hair and you have shit growing on your head. Nobody wants that.
Exactly.
So yeah, that's like little stuff. Like just this part of taking care of yourself. When you go to the bathroom and you making boo boo, taking a poop.
Oh, how'd you do it? Like
doo doo. Make sure that the toilet seat is like regulated, and make sure the fucking toilet seat is steady and it's clean.
What kind of busted up toilet seat you been sitting on? You sit on that shit.
I done sat on some suspect ass toilets in my day, and let me tell you, in public, I done had to take the toilet paper and put about 4
I'll put 4 or 5 layers across each spot. Hey, don't even get it twisted. And then I put some down at the bottom too, so ain't no splashback. Look,
No
I take care of myself. And if I got hand sanitizer with me, I'll douse hand sanitizer across that drain first, wipe it down, and then still put layers on top of that. People are like, that's a waste of toilet paper. Yeah, and I want to protect my butt.
I'll protect it.
I'm protecting that shit.
I'm not out here raw butting toilets. Who do you think I am? Don't ever disrespect me like that.
Crazy.
Just so yeah. There are times like. Also with hygiene, if you're on the toilet, like if you tear yourself up real bad, just take a shower.
You don't feel clean no more.
Just take a shower. Like if you in there, if you got a brace for impact like this and scream and you hear splatter, just reach over, turn the shower on, get your ass straight in there. Cause there ain't no way. Like how would you feel if your girl did that?
I'm leaving.
You feel disrespected. How would you feel if someone you knew who was handling your food or someone you knew or young people was in there splattering and then just decided to just get up and just walk around like it's okay. Just walk around, probably, and wash your hands. Cause I done seen some of y'all at work. I ain't gonna tell y'all where I work at. I done seen some of y'all at work go up in that daggone employee's bathroom and take a dump and walk clean past.
Hey, look. I'll tell you what, when I know that happens, like, wiping is a weird thing. Like, I hear people in the
wet wipes.
Yeah, baby wipes that's it, for real.
That is not.
But I hear people in the bathroom with toilet paper, that one ply shit they be supplying, I hear, I'm like, are they going back and forth for that shit? What is going on? Bro, I be getting so heated in there too. Or you be in there chilling, you be taking a quiet book, you be relaxing. Someone coming in and just start playing like heavy metal and that bitch going crazy. I'm like, there's no way. I cannot say it. And they just let it all out. I'm like,
and there's
nothing.
And imagine hearing nothing. Just splatter, boom, crack, pop.
I'll be so upset when that happens.
And then
they don't wash their hands afterwards.
They get up and just leave.
So, like, I've seen that happen before. I knew he took his shit, and he got up and left. I washed my hands, and I stood in front of that door. I did not touch that door handle. And I'm telling you, I waited for a good 45 minutes for the next person to come through the bathroom, and I acted like I was just getting done and coming out. I was not touching that door handle after that. Bro, you got me messed up.
That's yo, that's belligerent. That is a violation. Like, who do you think you are? Feet. Wash your toes, clip your toenails. Like, nobody, like, it's not sexy. Like, I can guarantee you, nobody wants to see you. Your mama don't want to see you. Your girl don't want to see you. Your homeboys don't want to see you.
Playing tic-tac-toe with her calves in the night.
Nobody wants some goddamn hawk's talons. Some eagle's claws snatch them up. A fish out of stream. Nobody wants that. Like, clip your toenails, especially if you're active. Because the more active you are, the more pounding your feet gonna take. You ever seen somebody with runner's feet?
Runner's feet? I mean, it probably sounds like they shit is messed up. Because, I mean, if they're talking about long distance, you're gonna have corns, bunions, your toes gonna be doing the cha-cha with one another. Like,
that pinky toe?
That drink probably mangled up, huh?
Yeah, pinky. Just cut that little motherfucker off and just feed it to your dog or something. Pinky toe, that toenail, non-existent.
Hey, yeah.
Non-existent. So clip your toenails. Put on deodorant. Be careful what type of deodorant that you putting on.
Stay away from that gel deodorant. I'm still upset. You could sue for that. I'm not gonna say a company, but just know if I would have thought about that, if I was petty, I'd be rich right now.
I use gel, but I'm careful which ones I use. Like I try to make sure it don't have it's aluminum free.
Right.
So cause I don't like using because I do like a certain company. I like their vintage line. We'll talk about it off the line. We ain't gonna say their names because we ain't giving them no money.
Yeah.
Or they not giving us no money. So this company, they have a really good they've got like scents of vanilla and lavender in their deodorant.
I like lavender.
And it's dope. And this is because the regular line is garbage. Everybody knows the regular line is garbage. It's terrible. It smells like BO in middle schoolers.
Oh my god.
So
all those days people spraying on Tag and Axe.
Oh Jesus Christ.
Oh my lord.
Whatever happened to those brands?
They still around.
I know they're still around, but nobody wears it.
I don't think Tag is though.
Tag isn't. I think I do know Axe is still kind of around. But yeah, that's just a piece of it. Like, make sure y'all taking care of yourselves. Make sure you're manscaping the way you're supposed to. Clipping your fingernails, doing all that's like basic maintenance. Like y'all gotta take care of yourself. And just to dispel this rumor and all of this, because people just be talking shit. It is not gay to go get a manicure or a pedicure.
Hey, look, they professionals for a reason.
Exactly.
It will help the health of your nails. They look better. Trust me, a manicure and a pedicure is not the worst thing you do.
Right.
Honestly, you probably get one and fall asleep. You be forgetting.
People be going up in here, be talking to people and be trying to put their fingers in people's faces and be having doodoo fingers. No.
I'm breaking
look at our shit. Like I said, look at our shit. Clean.
I keep myself clean, man. I can't say
No,
if I see any
fingers
type of
over here.
dirt, anything in there, I'm picking it out, I'm cleaning it, I'm washing my hands. I will not go around with dirty fingernails.
So if you think you got the sauce, you need to take care of these motherfuckers. Because this is what you have right here. This, and I would take care of these dogs too. Oh, change your socks too. Change your socks and take care of them dogs. Take care of them dogs.
Yeah.
Because if you don't take care of them, they're not going to take care of you.
You're going to lose them, Jones.
Exactly. This is highly black in flavor.
They pushed me out and maced me.
Catch y'all later.